Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another live show. How are you guys doing today? What are you guys up to this Tuesday show? Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It's Tuesday. It's 7 o'clock. Ooh. I know, right? Today we have a great topic to talk about. How is everybody? Welcome in, Angie and M. Thank you so much for being here. And the Queen of Disney, as always. Thank you. I know my hair is growing. Look at how long it is. It's super long. I got to figure out what to do with my hair. Thank you so much. I washed it today and I just blow dried it, and this is what it is. And I still got to do some stuff, but I didn't flat iron it today. But it's getting long, guys. It's getting really long. So I don't know what to do. Look at this, is just like all this hair. So I don't know what to do with it yet. So how is everybody doing on this beautiful Tuesday, guys? Welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a good Tuesday. Maybe you guys already had your dinner. Today we're going to be talking about traveling with kids. That is an amazing topic. Long like Disney tangle. I know, right? I should be Rapunzel. I should do a braid. But yeah, today is going to be a great topic. I think it's one of those where maybe some of you might eventually travel with children, or are traveling with children, or might be traveling with children or grandchildren or great grandkids. You never know. But today I'm going to bring you some information as to what is the best cruise line for children to travel on. Some cruises do have bring your kids for free, depending on the month and times. So we're going to be talking about all of that. Hopefully that's good information for you guys, information that either maybe or maybe something you're going to learn new today. Welcome in, Harlan. How are you doing today, sir? Welcome in. Hopefully, Harlan, you already had your dinner and you're ready to go. Tomorrow is going to be a great show too, but we're going to talk about that later. So with that being said, it's already 7:03. We'll give it until 7:05. Let's see if more people can come in onto the chat, and that way we can start and give you guys all this great information. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome in. It's been a crazy week. Finally, in Florida, it's nice and warm again. And I'm just saying this because the Queen of Disney is going to be coming to Fort Lauderdale soon here. And she is a little worried about how hot is it going to be when she's in her little Lagomar apartment over there in Fort Lauderdale. So it's doing nice. We're finally getting into like the 70s. This week is going to go all the way to 75, which is good. That's kind of like a normal during this time for Florida. Usually in February, it gets a little warmer, and then it starts warming up from there. I remember when I got married 5 years ago. Hello, Donnell. How are you, Mama? Thank you so much for being here. When I got married 5 years ago, and this is information for those of you that don't know, I actually got married on February 22 of 2020. We were the last wedding before the pandemic. At least Martina and I were the last wedding before the pandemic. Hi, Irene. Thank you so much for being here, love. And we were the last wedding before the pandemic. And we were going to do the Carnival Legend as our honeymoon from Tampa. And the night before our cruise, that's when the cruise got canceled. And then you guys know everything else that happened afterwards. Welcome in, Jen. So it was a nice day for our wedding. It was sunny. It was nice and warm. I remember that day like if it was today. So it was very nice. I was a little worried it was going to be cold, but it was a nice warm weather, beautiful sunny day for our wedding. It went fantastic. But yeah, we were the last wedding of 2020. We didn't even know that, everything else that was going to happen. That was crazy. Look, Samara says, I once took a February cruise and it was in the 60s. And the Disney staff said, sorry. Yep, the 60s is a little cold. Harlan is over there cooking. He's having soup and sandwich. Oh, that sounds good. Got some news, and then went to visit my sister-in-law in the hospital. Hopefully she's doing better, Harlan. But with that being said, it's 7:05, so let's start our show. So a lot of us travel with kids, and I figure, why not do a show where we can talk about traveling with kids? What is the best cruise line to travel on? Who gives you the most for your money when you're traveling with the little ones? And when is the best time to travel with the little ones or the big kids? But remember, on the cruise lines, and I will put it this way: for Royal Caribbean, a kid is up to the age of 12. For MSC Cruises, they have two brackets. Well, actually, they have three. They have infant to 1 year old, and they have 2 to 11, and they have 12 to 17. So you still get some sort of a discount for the kids up until the age of 17. Welcome in, Margot. Just amazed at Celebrity New River Cruising announcement. Yes, that's going to be something really cool. So in MSC, you have from 0 to 17. Carnival is up until the age of 16, I believe, 16 or 17. And I didn't check Princess because Princess doesn't have a lot of kids. And Celebrity is up until the age of 12. And then anything from 12 above is considered an adult paying child on there. So looking at some of this information, what are the best cruise lines to travel on? Number one is Royal Caribbean International. Number two, Disney Cruises. You would have thought it was going to be Disney Cruises, but no, Royal Caribbean International is the number one for children traveling the most on their cruise line. Then it's Disney Cruises. Then this one is, some of you have maybe heard about this one. This one is P.O Cruises. Norwegian. Princess is number 5, and MSC is number 6. And I'm going to give you some information because it says the number one kid-friendly cruise is on Royal Caribbean. And these are the ships. And if you want to write this information down, these are the ships where the kids sail, that this has the most for your money, for the kids, activities, and all of that, which is Anthem of the Seas, Wonder, Odyssey, Symphony, Harmony, Allure, and Oasis. Those are the ships that the kids will have an amazing time traveling on it. And you might say, why Royal Caribbean? Why are these ships are so great for the kids? And whether you're traveling with a toddler or a teenager, Royal Caribbean is one of the top family cruise lines around. The cruise line is the largest ship in the best of the Royal Caribbean vessel for kids of all ages, as well as multi-general family groups. It'll be hard-pressed to ever feel bored, which I agree with that, during a Royal Caribbean family cruise. The Line Oasis class ships have most impressive selection on the family-friendly activities and entertainment, which they have like multiple pools. They have the 3D theater, the rock climbing, the ice skating, the flow riding, the zip line. They have parades inside of the promenade, as well as the beloved Royal Caribbean Kids program. I'm going to stop it right there because a lot of people might be saying, kids program, what type of programs do they have? If you did not know, Royal Caribbean is the number one leading when it comes to the kids program. They actually have STEM programs on all of their cruise lines on the Royal Caribbean fleet. And when I was looking at that, in a Royal Caribbean, you will find Away We Go, the Teen Lounge, Adventure Science Lab. They have the Aquanauts. They have the Imagination Studio. They have Adventure Ocean Theater. The Babies, Tots, and the Babies and Tots programs are also there. Adventure Art. They got Voyagers. They got Explorer, Adventure Ocean. So they have all of these different cool programs for your children that are traveling on, a Royal Caribbean ship. And when I was looking at all of this information, and I've been on a lot of these ships, I know that dating put Icon, but I will add Icon into this perspective of Royal Caribbean because Icon is new. And I guess when this information came out, it was before Icon. So your kids will have the time of their life on a Royal Caribbean ship. And most of people, when some of my clients, when I talk to them and they ask me, so what are these camps? What do they offer? Not only you can drop off your kids there, they will also feed your child. You have a pager, so if something happens, they will contact you. Not only that, if you're not going to come in on time for lunch, breakfast, or dinner, they will feed, your kid there as well. And not only that, they get to also get to meet other children from all over the world as well. So they get to make a lot of friends and things like that. So that's a pretty cool thing to do when you're on a cruise. And believe it or not, some of these kids enjoy going on these cruises because they like the different types of teen clubs that they have, that they get to meet other people, and sometimes they don't even want to travel with their own parents. So just giving you some information. If you were going on an Odyssey of the Seas, like Odyssey of the Sea, they have the 270, which they have amazing performances there. They even have the 270 cafe. The kids love to enjoy that kind of a thing. So, it just depends, where, around what time. So for Royal Caribbean, just to give you a little bit of information, Royal Caribbean, if you want to sail with your kids and you want to sail for free for your kids not to pay, and mind you, when I say free, they still pay the port taxes and fees, but it's never on a peak season. Okay, so peak season is any time during the spring break, during Memorial weekends, Labor Day, July 4th, summertime, and the summer starts the second week of June, and it runs to the third week of August. And then you have a little bit of a leeway with the kids sail free, and then you have Labor Day, and then you have your Thanksgiving weeks, which is the week before and the week after, and then you catch like a 2-week break, and then you have the December area, which you have all of the December. I think it starts December 20 around there, all the way to like the first or second week of January. Those are the peak seasons where the kids sail free does not work. Any other time you can bring your kid and it'll be free of charge. You only have to pay the port taxes and the fees. Let me see if there's any information here. Off season is great as they can take their kids out of school. Yeah, it is. I have a lot of parents that do go on these off season. One is cheaper, and two, they get to bring their kids free if they're traveling with, Royal Caribbean. Now let's talk about the second Disney cruise line, which is the number 2, which is kind of strange because you would think that people will flock to Disney, but you know why they don't? Price-wise. Excuse me. So which ships are the best for the kids? You have the Disney Wish, the Dream, the Fantasy, the Magic, the Disney Wonder, and now the brand new Disney Treasure. Why the Disney cruise ships are great for kids? Here's why. Known worldwide for its epic theme parks, Disney offers some of the best family cruises. They are particularly outstanding for those traveling with youngsters. Disney ships, including the newest Disney Treasure, which debuted in 2025, are ideal for family with kids ages 4 to 11. Disney has the best facilities, food options, and programs for this age group. Disney Cruise Line has done a lot more to accommodate tweens and teens, but its ships offer the best cruise for small kids. Hands down, we prefer the line's biggest ship, Disney Wish, Dream, Fantasy, but the refurbished Disney Magic and the Disney Wonder are great choices also for the Disney family cruises as well. In Disney, you do also have the kids clubs on there, and these are unique and they're separated but together to approach the kids program, mainly to accommodate the siblings and friends traveling together. So they don't kind of like put them all to the different age category. They have them kind of like all together, which they have the Oceaneers Club and the Oceaneers Lab, which allows ages between 3 and 12, with the program geared toward young children and in the club, and older children in the lab. Now, with Disney is a little different because Disney does not have anything that it's free. I'll be honest with you. Disney might have sometimes, every so often, they actually have, welcome in, Katie. Thank you so much for being here. Every so often, Disney will, for those of you that have the Disney Plus, they did it, I think, last year where they had the kids sell free if you had Disney Plus. And I had a lot of people buying Disney because of that. But Disney is not one cruise line to give free anything, to be honest with you. You're going to pay those Disney prices if you want to get on a Disney ship. They have, see, look, Samara even have it. So right now they have the Disney Plus special right now. So that's what we got going on. I know that they do it at once a year, but thank you, Samara, for that. So the next one is another kids friendly, which is the cruise on P&O cruises. I know a lot of us maybe will never probably sail on a P&O, but I will give you some information. The Iona, the Britannia, and the Arvia is kids friendly. And why choose P&O cruises are great for kids. While P&O cruise cannot be included in the cheap family cruise category, this time honored by the British Cruise Line, as long as been popular for its packed program for young sailors and family. Its handful of family-oriented ships feature well-equipped and age-appropriate kids club and a range of family cabins and family-friendly dining options. P&O Cruise Kids Club, our parents adored the Kids Club on P&O. The Reef, the main kids club, divided into rooms, each age group category, and brightly adorned spaces fill the fun activities, age-appropriate toys. So if you're traveling on P&O, you have the Splashers, which is from 2 to 4, the Surfers, which are from 5 to 8, Scubas between 9 and 12, and the H2O, which is 13 to 17 years old. Welcome in, David. How are you doing, sir, today? Welcome in. But yeah, so P&O, if you ever on a P&O, then your kids are gonna have a great time if you're on the Iona, the Britannia, and the Arvia. That's good to know, on at least on that side. The number 4 cruise line, you will think it will be Carnival, guys, but no, it's Norwegian, which I don't understand because I don't see a lot of kids on Norwegian compared to Carnival, but Norwegian made it to number 4. And this is why. These are the ships that they're saying that the children has the time of their life. Norwegian Escape, the Breakaway, the Getaway, the Epic, Prima, the Dawn, and the Star and Viva. Norwegian's casual atmosphere makes one of the best options for family cruise, particularly for families who don't want to be beholden in the strict dining times, venue, and dress code. Is affordable rates make a great pick for those looking for the cheap family cruises. I don't know about the cheap family cruises because Norwegian is a little bit more than Royal, but that's what they put in here. The Kids Club, they have the Splashaway Academy. So the features separate activities for kids 3 to 5, 6 to 9, 10 to 12. Children can do arts, crafts, sing karaoke, play video games. The kids can do Club NCL Epic and Jungle Gym, plenty of room to roam, and cool interactive light dance floor. So this is what they offer in an NCL cruise. It's crazy when I look, because I remember going on the Escape, and I've been on the Prima. The kids will probably love Prima because it actually has the go-kart part, and that's really cool. And they actually have the little golf course area and all of that, which is really nice. And they even have an actual whole arcade that is very interactive. So I would agree when it comes to the Prima, I would agree with NCL on that. Look, Em is still talking about the Epic. We're going to talk to Em about the Epic later on. Okay, coming in hot at number 5, Princess Cruises. I've never been on a princess cruise, but it's saying here that the Caribbean Princess, the Regal Princess, the Royal Princess, Ruby Princess, Island Princess, Sky, Enchanted, and Emerald are the best ships to travel with children. Why princess cruise ships are great for kids? Here is why. Although Princess Cruise might not be the most well-known for its family-friendly, which I agree, on offerings, its ships include expansive programs, facility accommodations, making them great cruise kids and adults, from the splash park aboard the Caribbean Princess to expand kids clubs, batting cages, and laser shooting ranges aboard the Royal and the Regal Princess. These are a lot to love. Kids enjoy these types of cruise lines, and they have a lot to discover on the Princess side. They actually have Camp Discovery, which is the treehouse for children aged 3 to 7, the lodge for 8 to 12, and the beach house for 13 to 17 years old. That was Princess Cruise, coming at number 5. Now, number 6 is MSC Cruises. Interesting that MSC made it here. Best MSC cruise ships for kids are the Seaside, the Meraviglia, Armonía, Preciosa, Grandiosa, Virtuosa, and Bellissima. Those are the actual ships that can accommodate your child, and they will have a blast. It is crazy to hear that MSC made it to this list, but they actually did. And they're telling you why should MSC Cruises be great for your kids. MSC Cruises have become one of the best family cruise lines. You will find exclusive club and child care, children from infancy to 12, plus teen spaces for those up to 17 years old aboard the MSC ships. No matter which ships on MSC you choose to go on, from MSC Armonía to the Seaside, kids will always have a full slate of things to keep themselves busy thanks to the modern, fun spaces of all age groups. A separate baby care area for the youngest up to toddlers, and mini club offers plenty of Lego action. So if you're into Lego, MSC will hook you up. And safe for kids climbing options between 3 and 6. The junior club ages from 7 to 11 and also feature plenty of Lego theme activities, plus game shows, video games, competition, arts, and crafts. And don't forget, ages 12 to 17 can go ahead to the young club and teen club, which MSC has stocked with things like foosball, sports tournaments, a Formula One simulator, bowling, selfie sharing, and music streaming stations, and more. Can you believe it? MSC is on the top line. They still haven't mentioned Carnival. Guess why? Because Carnival made it in as number 7. And that threw me off when I was reading this article, because I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, stop the horses here. What just went wrong? Because I always said Carnival was one of the greatest ships for children to travel on. And love Legos. I can join the kids. I know. Hello, Cruise Nuts. Thank you so much for coming in. Say hi to Miss Tracy, which is the other Cruise Nut. And yeah, Carnival made it to number 7, guys. And the best ships for the Carnival fleet: the Celebration, the Jubilee, the Mardi Gras, the Breeze, the Magic. Which is kind of strange, because I've been on a lot of ships and they all are perfectly well. But I guess these are the bigger ships in their fleet. They have the most for the children. Carnival has the Circle C on there, and they also have a roller coaster. You would have thought that because it has a roller coaster, you would have thought that it would brought it like a little bit higher on the bar, but it actually didn't. And it was interesting to see that they didn't put a whole lot of information for Carnival other than their ships. And then they had the H2O for the different age groups. And then they also have different, different activities for the children to choose while they're on board. And one of the cool things that I could say about Carnival, because I actually traveled a lot of Carnival before, is that there's a lot of children that travel on Carnival. I think Carnival has the most traveled children. And then I think it's Royal. I could be wrong, or it could be a little bit different now. But let me tell you, if you go during springtime or summer, I think there's the ratio from adult to children, the children is taking over the ship. I'm not going to lie to you. It's crazy how many kids travel over the summertime, and how much fun do they have on these ships just to see them. And, for a lot of people, I think it's that don't want to travel with, with kids or whatever. I enjoy seeing, hearing their laughter, them enjoying, interacting with other kids from a different part of the world, possibly, and just having a great time. They're there to have a great time. And I know some of the parents should always keep an eye on their kids, and they don't. But I suggest, if you're going to bring any of your children, then that's the information that I have for you today when it comes to the different cruises, which is the top rated to the lowest rated. I don't know why Carnival made it to number 7, which is kind of strange and weird to me, but that's where they are. So if you're looking for a great vacation, then Royal Caribbean. If you're looking for a great vacation with kids and you're on a budget, then I would suggest MSC Cruises. If not, if you're in between the lines, I will go with Carnival for sure. And then possibly Norwegian and Princess and everybody else. I don't even bring up Celebrity, because in Celebrity, you have more adults than you have children. And for those of you, I know that Jen, Donnell, and I don't know if anybody else have cruised here on Celebrity. They probably will say the same thing. There's very too few kids, and most of the kids that you find on Celebrity are little babies, between babies and possibly 10 to 13. But it's very rare that you see like the actual teenagers. And it's weird because I'm taking Sophie with me on Carnival, not the Carnival, Celebrity Ascent in June. And when I was reading through the information for Celebrity, they actually have a kids team club for her age, which I found kind of like weird and whatever. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't even know they actually have it, but they actually do. But most of the time it's empty because there's not even any kids that age. So, so that's one of the cool things that you can find on there. If you have any questions that you need me to answer about the kids club or kids sale free or things like that, let me know. I was thinking of just to ask you information. If you're looking, I can possibly do one of these live streams where we can try and book cruises, kind of like pre-book, to get you kind of like pricing on different things. And if you were kind of like thinking of doing a trip or a cruise or something like that, I can tell you how much they are, and you can give me the information. If that's something that you're interested in doing, let me know, because I can always do a show like that for you guys, where we can get a couple of you, and then you can tell me, okay, I want to go on this ship, how much it's going to cost me or whatever. And we can see what the difference is between how you get your cruise and how we can book the cruise here on Expedia. So maybe if that's something that you're interested in and checking that out, then we can possibly do something like that. And it's informative, believe it or not. It's very informative, because you probably will find out either new things or things that you didn't even know that it even existed for you guys. And I always said, I know a lot of people love their cruise line when they find one. Always try to branch out, because you never know what you'll be missing out there. I know a lot of people that only are Carnival and that's all they travel, and they've never traveled in anything else. And if you're that type of a person, I always say, always travel something different every so often, so that you can get a taste, because you might be missing out on something. I don't know what, but you might be missing out on something. And I found that out because when I started cruising, I used to cruise. My first cruise was Enchantment of the Seas on Royal Caribbean. And then afterwards, I went on Carnival. And I did more Carnival than I did Royal. And I went on Majesty and Harmony and all of that. But I still maintain myself in the more of a Carnival umbrella, because I like Carnival. But when I started being a travel agent, and I did Norwegian and I did Holland and all of these other cruise lines, I'm like, wow, like, you really look at the different cruise lines differently. And then you're like, okay, I was missing on this from this cruise line. And that's how you know, like, when truly, like, where is your actual favorite cruise line. Like, right now I'm going to be going on MSC in April. I'm going to be going on an MSC cruise. So that's my first time there. I'm actually looking forward to that because I get to see that ship. I get to see what is MSC all about? What is the hype out there? Why is MSC so everybody's wanting to buy MSC? And weirdly so, guys, you are going to find times where people are going to say bad things about a cruise line. Hey, my love, Tracy, how are you? I will let her know, Miss Tracy. Thank you so much. You might find that people are going to say, well, MSC, the food is not good or this is not good. And then you're going to have some people say, oh, I had a great time on MSC. So now that I get to go and try it, now I'm going to see, okay, let me see what this whole thing was about, who's actually on the right. Because you have a lot of people that are a little bit picky. You got some that are pickier in that sense. And then you got people that are just go with the flow and chill. So I'm going to go check it out. And that way I can bring you guys more information as to what I found. And if you were kind of iffy on MSC, then maybe you have more information. So we are going to be having down the road after April, we're going to be having like a talk about MSC, what we found, what we like, what we didn't like, and all sorts of different things. But keep in mind that that's only one cruise of the MSC fleet. So in order for you to gather like the data, you have to kind of go on multiple different ships to see if it's just that one ship that has the problem, or is that one ship that is actually you're having a great time and that's the ship. Donnell, to answer your question, I'll be on the MSC World America. I will be traveling April 9th to the 12th. So it's going to be before the inaugural cruise. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going in with an open heart and everything. So I don't know what to expect. I am not going to check out the ship, even though that I already seen some of the pictures. But I'm not going to check out anything. I just want it to be kind of like, something new and all of that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to figure out how I want to vlog it. I'm also trying to figure out what am I going to do, when I'm going to do live streaming and how we're going to do it, because I know we're going to be like a day and a half in Ocean Cay. So that's going to be a new private island for me as well. So I got to figure out all of that information to bring it out to you guys so that you guys can see that new ship. Looks like a Royal Oasis class. It does. It looks like an Oasis class. And the little bit that I saw on some of the pictures, it has like this, like kind of like the Abyss, but in the middle, like where Central Park will be, you can say. It has that slide that comes all the way from the top of the ship all the way to the bottom. And I actually thought the same thing, Donnell. I'm like, okay, this looks like a little bit like an Oasis class, but you never know. We're going to check it out. But it looks more empty, you can say, because on the Oasis, you have the beautiful Central Park. And I love Central Park. It's just so pretty, especially at night. Central Park is beautiful at night. You can just sit and enjoy like a drink and hear the people playing the violin or singing or whatever. So it's really nice. It's very relaxing. Let's see what Miss Samara says. My dad liked Royal for the hot dog. Oh my God, there's on the boardwalk, they do have a hot dog area on the boardwalk. I forgot what the name of it is right now at the top of my head, but I know that they do have one. It looks so, it does look so empty. It looks weird, to be honest with you. It's like, I want to see how that feels, because it looks kind of like they have the actual, oh my God, I'm trying to call it the Abyss, but it's not called the Abyss, but the slide is right in the middle. And then that's it. There's like nothing there. So I really don't know what to expect, to be honest. The doghouse, that's what it's called on the Oasis class. But I'll be honest, I don't know. It looks so kind of like blah to me, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to checking it out, checking out the rooms, checking out the food, the amenities, seeing the private island for the first time, Ocean Cay, and all it has to offer. So I'm truly looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hot dogs are one of the worst things you could eat. There you go, Samara. My dad eats anything. Oh my God. Johnny Rockets is good, guys. Have you guys had a Johnny Rockets on ship? I love their soda floats. I love the Pepsi float. Oh my God. Give me a float and I am so happy. Look at her at Costco. Oh my God. Her and her Costco. But yeah, so sometimes you just gotta branch out. Seriously, branch out and see other cruise lines. But like I said, if you're traveling with the little ones, then I just wanted to bring you that information so that you guys can have it. And it makes you kind of like want to think, or rethink, when can you cruise? Because believe it or not, guys, a little bit of a savings goes a long way, especially if you're not going to have to pay for your child to go if they're under the age of 12 and it's free and all you're paying is just their port taxes and fees. Why not? Did you find out what type of cabin you'll have? No, not yet. I think we'll find out mid March. As soon as I find out, I'll tell you guys what it is and where is it going to be. Oh wait, should I tell you guys? Because you guys can spy on me probably. No, I'm just kidding. But I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know where would Tinkerbell be on the MSC cruise, right? It'll be like a picture, and then I will put the cabin with a little caption and me out there saying hello to everybody. They have a Johnny Rockets. They do, and they have one right here by my house. The International Mall, they have one right here by my house, a Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets on board the RCL is a terrible restaurant. The food doesn't taste good and the people that work there are terrible. I guess you had a bad time on Johnny Rockets, Harlan, because I've actually had I've never had an issue with Johnny Rockets on board of a Royal Caribbean ship at all. They are not my thing. I dislike hot dogs. So, but yeah, so usually when I go to Johnny Rockets, and now that you made me think about it, Harlan, I've never eaten inside of a Johnny Rockets on a cruise ship. I've had the float there, but I've had lunch here in land inside of a Johnny Rocket. Oh, did you guys see that? That I guess it's gonna rain outside. That was crazy. I heard the breakfast is included. Yes, breakfast is complimentary on the Royal Caribbean ships that have Johnny Rockets, and mainly Johnny Rockets are all on the Oasis class. It used to be on Majesty of the Seas, but Majesty is no longer part of the fleet. But all of the Oasis class that has a Johnny Rocket, they are complimentary for breakfast, but you have to pay a fee for lunch and dinner. And I think the fee is not so much. I think it's like $7. And it's not $7 per item. It's $7 a flat fee. I did not hear the thunder, but did you see that? It was like kind of like a strange, like, oh my God, that was crazy. Guys, did you guys know that the planets are aligned and you can see like like all the different like 6 or 7 planets like that? I was looking at Facebook the other day and I seen people that are actually taking pictures of Saturn, and I think that was really cool. I was telling Martine, we should go to the planetarium and go actually see it, with our own eyes and check it out. Me and my crazy self, I probably vlog that too and bring it to you guys. But so if you have any questions about kids sailing free, I know that Donnell, every so often she sails with Lexi, but Lexi is already 16. She's almost 17. And she's not a little baby no more. My Star app told me. Thank you, Em, for checking us out. But yeah, it's Martine has that same thing, and we were looking yesterday at the different planets, and I think it's pretty cool. I don't know about you guys if you guys are into that, but it's kind of cool to see that you have all the planets aligned, and especially these people that have amazing telescopes that you can see that kind of cool stuff. I do have a question for you guys on chat, and I need your help with something. You know that I'm going to Rome and to Italy and Barcelona and Paris. If you guys can send me a message on Messenger or an email or maybe a text, I need your help. If you guys have been there, I'm trying to figure out what to do when I get there and how to get it done. I know that Donnell and Jen has sent me some tours for Rome, and we're gonna go with those tours, Donnell and Jen. We're actually doing that, but I'm trying to figure out. I have tours in some of the Italy areas and stuff like that, but I'm trying to figure out Paris. And if you have any suggestions in Rome, like maybe restaurants, um, things like that, let me know because I'm looking for information on that. And I'm trying to gauge who has been there. I sent some emails and some stuff to some of my clients asking, I know you guys went to Rome. What do you recommend and things like that. So if you have any recommendations for me, if you can text me or send me an email or maybe IM me, that will be great. I would love to hear from you guys. And if I do make it to where you're saying I'm going to put it on the vlog and I want to put in, let's say Donnell and Jen help me with these tours, and here we are, in the Colosseum or in the Vatican or whatever, and I want to do a shout out to you guys for that specific thing. So I want to do something kind of cool like that, not only for the community, but to shout you guys out for giving me that information. And if I make it there, then I can, do a little something for you on the vlog. I'm going to do the Eiffel Tower. We have that. And I didn't know about the Arc of the Triumph. Okay, so that's cool. I am going to go to Disney, guys. I will be going to Disney. That's the plan. We have a plan to go see Mickey Mouse. And I heard a lot of people that told me, don't put your hopes up because the castle is not like the one in Orlando. And I'm like, okay, so I always go with an open mind. But I will be going to Disney, God permitting, as always. I think we have to take a train from where my hotel is, because our hotel is literally across from the Notre Dame. So we're kind of like facing it. And I know we have to take a train that is about an hour's ways from Disney. So I'm thinking of getting up really early, getting the train, getting there to rope drop on Disney, and then being there for like half of a day and then going to Eiffel Tower. But I got to plan it and map it because I only have like a day, like 2 days in Paris. So I want to make sure that I hit the places that I got to hit. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love to, write it down and see if I can put it on my plans. I went to Disney in Paris and it's so small. I heard the same thing, but you'll be on a train for sure. I know. And you need the whole day. Well, we're going to do a half a day because we only have 2 days in Paris. So we got to get, a lot of stuff done. So we decided to go early as they can open so we can rope drop Disney, get a few things there done, buy what we got to buy. You got to get the merch, over there. So we got to get the merch over there and then whoop, head back and do everything else. I know. Good luck with the other half of the day. I know. The tickets in Disney Paris is like $70, guys. Can you believe it? $70. Weirdly so, today I was actually watching a YouTuber. I think her name is Pixie. Hold on, because I actually took a picture of this. It's called Pixie. Let me see. Hold on. It's not here. Hold on, guys, because I took a picture of her. It's kind of strange because she doesn't even, he or she, whoever it is, I don't know who it is because they don't show their face. It's called Pixie Dust Bee. And they have, and it's weird because they're using the Disney Tinkerbell. It's on their thing. And I've never used Tinkerbell in anything because I don't want any copyrighted from No Magic, Disney or anything like that. But I was looking at their information because they had information about Paris, Disney, because that's where they live. But they don't speak on their vlogs. There's no talking, no nothing. All you see is just whatever is happening. So you don't know if it's a female, male, whatever it is, you don't know. And it was kind of strange, believe it or not. But I just wanted to see the park, and I was trying to kind of like gauge, what is it that we want to look at. So I'm going to get a map of the Disney Paris, and I want to figure out what we want to actually see. So when we get there, we know exactly, we have a plan of what we want to see, what we want to get, and places we want to go to, because we only going to be there we have only like a little space of time to be there. When the ship is at the French port, I will stay on the ship. When the ship is at a French port, I will stay on the ship. Well, I don't know, Harlan. I'm getting off the ship, and everywhere I go, I want to be able to see everything. So hopefully that'll work out. I know some Disney YouTuber you sent to Disneyland. I know some Disney YouTuber just went to Disneyland in Paris. Oh, I know a couple of YouTubers from Orlando that went to Disneyland Paris, and I actually seen all of their vlogs. But I wanted to see something a little bit different. And this person had a 2025 Disney Paris guide. So I said, might as well just check them out. I wasn't too happy because they're just there with the camera. They don't even talk. They don't tell you, well, this is this or that is that. And you don't even know what's going on. So, okay. So French fries in French. That is true. And that is true. We got to have some French fries. Some French fries in France, right? Because why go all the way over there and not try their French fries? One thing that I'm actually looking forward to is the churros and chocolate. I heard a lot about this, and I think that's in Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna check it out. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, you guys have my information. Just send me your suggestions, because I'm actually going to be looking and mapping everything out shortly here, because we're almost in February. And by the click of an eye, you never know, like June will be here by no time. So I don't want to wait last minute. So I need to start planning, and figuring everything out. And a baguette. Ooh, that sounds good. Man, that sounds good. Guess what I'm going to be cooking when I'm done here, guys? Empanadas. Do you guys know what that is? It's kind of like a Spanish pastry that has meat inside and cheese. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. So that's what I'm going to be cooking once I get done here. I had to cook the meat and everything and then fry them. So Sweden and Germany make really good chocolate. I've heard about that, Harlan. I have heard about that. Look at cruise nuts. Those are good. I should do a class, right? I should do a class of making empanadas here with Traveling with Tinkerbell. Guys, I tell you, there is nothing better in this world than to travel, for sure. Try to travel, enjoy, what you got to enjoy, guys, because life is so short, and you want to make sure that, you are at least going someplace that you've never been, and enjoy that time. Wherever it is that you're going to be going, try to enjoy it. I will say something, guys, because we're about almost 50 minutes to the hour. Good thing I ate dinner a few minutes ago. Oh, Dave. I also in Paris eat a croquet. Okay, wait a minute. Now you're speaking French over here. I'm gonna butcher this name. Okay, eat a croquet Monsieur, and a croquet Madame. Ain't that? Wait a minute. I heard about that. Is that the I think I heard about this in a show. They were talking about those two, and I did hear that it was a must eat when you get to Paris. You are right about that, because I remember the name. Yeah, call me later, because these names that you just gave me, I don't know, but I have heard about it. Tomorrow we're doing Across the Wave. We're coming from the port of Martinique. So if you've never been to Martinique, I suggest you come back tomorrow at 8 p.m. because we're going to be doing that show, and it's going to be a lot of fun to learn a little bit about the Caribbean and Martinique. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow in the Across the Wave. This week, I will not be in Dave's show this week, but I got to get with Dave to figure out when am I going to go back to his show again. So I'll get with you, Dave, on that during this week so we can plan everything out. So yeah, so look at that. See, so people are over here putting all these different things. Do you wear, okay, here's the queen of Disney asking the crazy questions. Do you wear an apron and a chest? No, I don't. Who wears that? Do you wear that? Oh my God, Samara. Look at okay, Italy makes good hot chocolate. Yeah, they make good chocolate. Yes, look at Cruz. That Cruz like, yes, film the empanadas, film them all. David's like making me hungry. Look at Samara. She's like, nope, I don't wear it. No, I do not wear an apron or anything like that. Now, guys, I know Martine does wear every once in a blue moon. He does wear an apron every once in a blue moon, but it's for certain things that he do in the kitchen, but it's once in a blue moon. Keep it up, and I'm gonna eat my my desk. And better eat a pan of chocolate. Oh, that's the bread with the chocolate, right? And did you go to Paris and all you do was eat, or did you actually do other stuff besides eating? French chocolate croissant. That's what I figured it was. You know, guys, let me tell you, when you're traveling on Celebrity, go to the bakery section in the morning, and they have this bread. It's kind of like little balls of bread, like a little ball, and inside is filled with hot Nutella. Lord, oh, amazing, amazing. I went with my kids and on the Apex a while ago, and we were on the aft of the ship, and every so often we will go back to the bakery, get more, and bring them back, eat some more. And it was so good. It was so good. My mom missed that. Samara, is your mom coming to Lagomar with you guys, or are you just coming by yourself? Because I think you said your family was coming, but I'm not sure. Could you imagine I go meet Samara over there in Lagomar? I think she'll freak out. She only eats yogurt and fruit. Oh, okay. All right. Samara goes, but I can eat it all. I will eat it all. Yeah, Nutella is really good, guys. Nutella is good with a lot of things. It is good. So it's crazy. But hopefully, you guys are having a good day. If you have any other questions for me about the topic that we were talking today, hopefully everybody will watch the replay. I'm excited. This is going to be a great year for traveling with Tinkerbell. It's going to be a great year for all of us as a community. I'm hoping to bring you guys a lot this year. And I'm looking forward, to be honest with you, to our Rome trip and all of that. I've never been to Europe, so I can imagine traveling with Tinkerbell in Europe. I don't know. I got to figure out the thumbnails for that whole situation, because we're going to be all over the place. Celebrity used to be good Greek cruise line. Used to be a good Greek cruise line. Then RCO ruined them. Why would you say that? Why did RCO ruin them? I think Celebrity is a great cruise line. I don't know. I know they have Tuscany and the Cosmopolitan and all of that stuff on there. I'm really looking forward to it, Donnell, for sure. I know you and Jen have been there quite a bit of time, but I'm looking forward to getting to see all of that. The flight is very long and boring. Look, cruise nut, Mike, you don't understand. I was looking at the flight and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do all of those hours? Thankfully, that our flight leaves out of Miami and it goes from Miami to Lisbon, Portugal. So we're going to be there for about 2 hours in Portugal, and then we get on the flight from Portugal to Rome. So I'll be getting a magnet from Lisbon, hopefully, if they have something open, I'm looking forward to at least a magnet from there. And but yeah, I told my kids, Mike, I said, you guys got to figure something out. I know my son is going to bring his Switch. Sophie's going to be bringing other stuff because it's a long flight. But I also want to try and rest because I know that when we get to Rome, it's just going to be go time. It's not going to be no stop, no sleeping, and no nothing of that until we need to get some rest. And the food is amazing. I'm actually looking forward to the food. Um, do I order food on your flights ever? I don't. Back in the time when they used to give you food, yeah, but now I don't. Like when it's even when I fly to Missouri, that is what, 2 hours, and when I did Colorado, it was 4. I never order any food on there. I usually eat before I get on the flight. But I do agree with you, Donnell. The food is going to be amazing, and I'm looking forward to that. I know that most of us are looking forward to having the real pizza, the Italian food, and all of that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to trying all of that out and just seeing something completely different. The history, the people that live there, and all of that. I'm really looking forward to seeing what God created on the other side. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. One day when I can, my one of my things in my bucket list is to go to Jerusalem. That's one of my things in my bucket list, but that's not going to happen anytime soon because we have a situation going on over there. It's a working vacation. Yes, it is. Everybody that I talk to, they says you're just going to be on a go. There is no stopping. Italian wine is really good. I heard that they have a lot of good gelato. One of my best friends told me that they have really good gelato there. So I'm looking forward to all the different types of foods and mainly like the atmosphere, the people, the history. I love history. I want to see as much as I can see and be able to really take it all in. But Harlan, just so that you know, if once everything is settled over there and, God permitting, I will be doing a group I want to take a group with me to Jerusalem. I already have a whole bunch of people that want to go, but we're all in the wait. That was going to be something that I was going to do for 2025. It was going to be this year. But we had to switch it to Rome. But one day, that's on my bucket list to check out. Gelato is not wine. No, gelato is not wine, but I love some gelato, and I heard that they have some good one over there. So I'm gonna go and try it all. And I've been getting a lot of pointers, guys. I've been getting a lot of pointers from some of my friends that I have. Is like one of them tell me you have to get up early, to go to the Trevi Fountain. That way there's not a lot of people in the morning, especially if you're planning on vlogging it. That way there's not a whole lot of people there. So I think I might gonna get up really, really early so I could be probably the first one there and vlog it without nobody being there. That's my goal. If not, then we'll figure it out. It's not gonna take anything different. You went to Israel in 1983. Wow. 1983, I went to Mexico and I toured the entire Mexico all the way to Guatemala in 45 days. I will never forget that. At the time I was 9 years old, Harlan, when I did that. And that's one trip that I will never forget in my life. I remember that trip like if it was yesterday. It was 45 days and we went through every different area until we got to Guatemala. I remember that much. It was very nice. It was a road trip. 45 days on the road. It was crazy. But yeah, guys, I don't want to take more of your time because I know your time is valuable. Thank you so much, guys, for being here today, for being part of our community as we continue to grow. If you can spread out the word, let your friends, family, and all sorts of people that you work with, if you still go to work and you have an office, that Traveling with Tinkerbell is here, that we're here for you. We would like to have you as part of the community. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like this live stream, and always share with everybody. Thank you so much. I love you guys all to the moon and back. And I just want to wish you a great evening. May God continue to bless each and every one of you guys and anything that you do. And I will see you tomorrow on Across the Wave in the port of Martinique at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you guys all. Thank you so much for being here. Toodaloo. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now. Toodaloo.